New York's classic rock, Q1043.
New York's classic rock, Q104.3. It's Paul Simon, and you can call me Al, and we can call him, well, we can call him a lot of different names because Steve Schirripa has played a lot of fascinating characters through the years on television and on film, and we welcome him back.
Yay.
One of our
Hello, guys. How are you?
Yes, always. Here
Good to see you in the studio. This is great. I haven't seen you in years.
Yeah, well, welcome back.
Yeah, this is great.
I can't, as I look back on the past 2 years, I have a hard time remembering which year was which.
I agree.
It's just,
very confusing.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's like we lost 2 years of.
Yep.
I mean, we lost 2 years, man. I agree. I'm getting confused, but I'm hoping, as everyone is, that it's behind us.
Well,
I'm hoping.
Well, we've got exciting news to tell our friends about a performance on stage that you have with Michael and Vinny tomorrow on Staten Island. We also, here's a copy of that great book, The Definitive Oral History of the Sopranos, Woke Up This Morning, by Michael Imperioli and Steve Schirripa.
Yeah, the book did great. Number 6 New York Times bestseller. If you're a
baby.
Soprano fan, it's a must-have book, really. I mean, we interviewed 67 cast members, directors, writers, and it's all in that book, their story. So it's great.
And my friend,
Well, there's a last-minute Valentine's Day gift.
and yeah, it's still doing well. It's not that it did well; it's still doing well.
Yeah, it's great. It really is. I mean, I have to say, and I've written a bunch of books, some better than others, and this is a good one.
And our friend Chris, who was just up here a little while ago, retired NYPD.
Good guy.
He was telling me that he is just totally a super fan of your podcast.
Yeah, we ended it. You know, it ended December 20th because we did 91 episodes of the 86 Sopranos, and we had some bonus ones. But he was telling me, I always like to hear that. It's funny. You're walking down the street, and a guy's got a headset on. He goes, I'm listening to you right now.
Wow, cool.
But the podcast was a big success. Me and Michael didn't know what the hell we were doing. And somehow...
But you can still listen to it, even though you're finished
it's up
doing
there.
it.
It's on YouTube. It's on Spotify, wherever you get your podcast.
iHeartRadio app everywhere. It's all over the place. Now, I want to ask you something I've never asked you before. Because you've played such interesting characters, and you've been very successful, with your career as an actor. But you've been directed by Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Now, what was that like?
Okay, so the first movie, I did 2 movies with him, but first one I did was called Hereafter, which is a really good movie with Matt Damon. Really good. If you haven't seen it, it's a good one. A little underrated, but a good one, right? And then I play a chef, audition for a cooking teacher, and I audition on tape. My agent called, you got the role, blah, blah, blah. I go to San Francisco. They fly me to San Francisco. That's where we're shooting it. I go to the set. I stick my hand out. They introduce me. Hello. Hello, Clint. I'm Steve. Okay. He's very nice. Then he says, let's go. Let's do this. Now, he doesn't yell action.
He doesn't.
Or yell cut. He doesn't do that.
Right?
Well, then how are you supposed to know what to do?
He'll say, all right, whenever you're ready, Paisan. He was calling me every Italian slang that you could. All right, Gumba. All right, Paisan. Now, look, I'm doing this for 20-something years. I honestly didn't know if we were rehearsing or if we were going. I didn't know. So he just said, all right, let's do this. All right, Paisan, you start over there, and then you go your thing, you do your thing. I went, all right. And I thought we were rehearsing, and it said, all right, we got that. It was a master shot. The camera was up top. That day, George Lucas was there.
Wow.
Visiting him. He also doesn't have like a video village.
What's a video village?
Video village is like, usually the director's there and numerous people looking at the camera, what they're filming in the other room.
Okay.
And we're in here. He's basically in the scene with you with a handheld
Oh, so he's right there.
He's right there. I mean, right there. Yeah, that's me. He's here. And he's going, all right, but he's on a little more, he's giving you. But he hires, his whole thing is, that's what I hired you for. You know what I mean? He hired me for what I did on the audition tape. So he's not giving you that much direction. He'll give you very pleasant, very nice. We got to talking. We kind of hit it off. We talked about Vegas. He was going to Vegas basically when it started. He was good friends with Jimmy Durante, and he's a big jazz guy. And we talked a lot about Vegas and stuff. We hit it off. It's so much that he gave me a small role in Jersey Boys. Very small, but I was up for the bigger role. I didn't get it. They gave it to Christopher Walken. I don't blame them. And they flew me out. I said, what am I going to turn Clint Eastwood down? He paid me good money. And then when he came here, I had taken his cameraman to a restaurant called Peasant on Elizabeth Street, one of my favorite Italian restaurants. And Clint, we went. It was me, Clint, the cameraman, about 6 of us. We went to dinner there, and I understand he kept going back.
Wow. Well, that's good.
Yeah, but a really pleasant experience. He doesn't work. You don't come in before 9 o'clock. He doesn't work long hours. He works like 8, 10-hour days, very civil. His movies come in on budget. I like his movies. Mm-hmm. I happen to like his movies, but I had a great time, man. I worked like 3 days on the movie, and Matt Damon, of course, was great, and Dallas Howard, Ron Howard's daughter, she was in the scene with us. She's great, and I enjoyed that. That was a highlight for me,
Steve Schirripa is with us here at Q104.3. Did you read the interview with Christopher Walken in the New York Times?
I did not.
You must go online, nytimes.com.
It's recent?
Yeah, just a few days ago. I read that interview. You've got to read it.
Okay.
I mean, you just must read it.
I did 2 movies with Christopher Walken. There was one, I'm shaving him at the very beginning of Jersey Boys. I play a barber, and I'm shaving him. And then I did a movie called Kill the Irishman. And though we didn't have scenes together, he came to watch me in a scene. And I'm not joking. He was wearing a rope as a belt.
Whoa.
And he is a beautiful guy, very pleasant. And, of course, his wife cast me in Sopranos. Georgianne was the casting director.
Wow,
Georgianne, I got to read that. He's a delightful guy.
Yeah, and it was, he brings such insight into the roles that he's played and his approach to being an actor. And, of course, he started as a dancer as a kid.
Yeah.
But so you're reading serious stuff, but also you're laughing your butt off.
Yeah.
Reading the interview. So
he's out there in, I think, Connecticut, and kind of a homebody, and he loves to work because he does. I also was in Joe Dirt with him, though we didn't, we weren't in the scene together, but it's a scene about the 2 of us. But I had one small scene in Joe Dirt years ago.
Of course, we know Steve Schirripa from The Sopranos, but now it's been how many seasons of Blue Bloods?
Blue Bloods I joined in, this is my 7th season. And I believe we will go at least one more. This is the show's 12th season, and I believe there'll be 13. The ratings are
ratings are terrific.
The ratings are great. Show's very popular. The writing's great. I mean, the show is really good, man. I mean, I'm really happy about it. And I have done about 105 episodes, which is more than double, way more than double what I did on Sopranos.
Uh-huh.
The show's good. It keeps on chugging along. It strikes a chord, the whole family thing. They are very realistic. The writing, your streets of New York are like another cast member, and it's really good. I'm very happy. The whole cast, a bunch of good people. Though you don't see everybody as much as you used to. On The Sopranos, we had a read-through every week. So even if you weren't working with them, you still saw everybody, at the new episode, and, you would eat and sign posters. And, here, I haven't seen some cast members in years.
When was the last time you said you saw Tom Selleck?
I saw Tom Selleck 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
I
But
mean,
you're
I
on
haven't
the
seen it.
same show every week.
Yeah, but you're in different studios, and if you're, now with COVID especially, because you get tested 5 times a week, they keep you as separated as possible. So unless you're doing a scene together, you don't really see anybody.
And the great stage show that you do, you're bringing it to the St. George Theater in Staten Island tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. In conversation with the Sopranos, and it's you and Michael Imperioli, who, by the way, is going to be here next week. We're
Right.
going to play a new song by Michael Imperioli.
I heard the song. I like it.
And our good friend Vinny.
Vinny Pastor,
Yeah.
the infamous
I'll give
Vincent
my love
Pastor.
to Vinny.
But he's great. He's very funny on stage, So it's called Comedy and Conversation with the Sopranos. We have a great comic. We have Rob McNaughty tomorrow night. He does these great impressions. And then we show clips from the show. And he comes out, Rob, and does about 15 or 20 minutes. Then he asks us questions. And then we tell stories, all kind of comedy-driven, all true stories. I learned something new every show because Michael was in the writer's room and wrote 5 episodes. Vinny was there from day one. And then we do a big Q&A with the audience. So if you ever want to ask a soprano, if you ever want to ask a soprano a question, tomorrow night's your chance. This is our only New York City appearance. People forget Staten Island's in New York City.
No, they don't. Not our listeners.
Now, it's tomorrow night, the beautiful St. George Theater, which is great people there. Vinny and Ascente and Doreen and the family. The story behind that, how they saved that theater is incredible. And so it's a lot of fun. If you're a Soprano fan, it really is a good night. It's a real fun night out.
Okay.
I mean, we've done it everywhere, all over the country.
So that is tomorrow night at 8. There's still a few tickets available. The St. George Theater, but not many tickets available. Not many.
No, but there's tickets available. It's going to be packed. It's going to be great.
Yeah, St. George Theater tomorrow night on Staten Island. That's at 8 p.m. And we have 2 pair that we are going to give away courtesy of Steve because he just said to me a few minutes ago, hey, I got a couple of pair.
Come on, I got more.
a
Let's
couple
go.
of pair.
What do they got to do to win?
Call us at 888-872-1043.
All right.
And if
Do they have to do anything? Just call?
Be caller 25. And
Oh, okay.
why? You wanted to do something?
I wanted maybe I was doing people that dislike Bill de Blasio more than I do, because no one in the world dislikes Bill de Blasio more than me. So I was having people.
Okay, so the 25th caller wins, and then
What are you trying to do here, Steve?
And then the caller after that, when Trevor answers the phone, say, I hate Bill de Blasio more than Steve Schirripa does, and you'll be the winner.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. He put the city in the toilet, this guy, and poor Eric Adams has got to bail us out. Bill de Blasio.
We are a politics-free zone, Steve.
All right,
we
all right,
are
all
the
right.
safe haven where everyone comes together.
Okay.
I know, but he gave us the tickets so he can give them away
Come on.
whatever way he wants.
I'm not a political guy, but come on. We got to call it like it is here, don't we? We got to call it like it is, Shelley. I'm not a political guy. I'm really not. I'm going to tell you, this last, and I'm not proud to say this.
Oh, God.
Don't use any bad
No.
words.
Yeah.
But the last presidential election, it was the first time I voted. First time I voted since the first time I voted when I was 18.
Oh, okay. All right. So
Wow.
you were motivated to vote. That's
There
a
you
very
go.
good thing, and it's
Okay.
great that we have a secret ballot here in the United States.
I'm not a political guy, but this guy, de Blasio, I'm not letting it go. I'm not letting him off the hook so easy.
Bill, you've got one of the Sopranos really mad at you.
Yeah.
Really mad. By the way, that will go over very, very well on Staten Island.
Yeah, well, they're smart people on Staten Island.
Just so you know.
They got good food, and they don't like Bill de Blasio. They're my kind of crowd.
Trevor, do we have winners yet? I'm looking through
Do
the
you know
glass
something,
window.
Jim? Bill de Blasio may call up because he can't like himself. He may call himself for tickets. His wife's going to call. I don't like Bill de Blasio because.
Wait a second. Who's this? Hi, who's this? Hello?
Hi, Judy.
Hi, Judy is your name?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
How you doing?
you're on the air with us and with Steve.
Hello.
Steve.
How
I hate Bill de Blasio more than you.
All right.
Okay,
There's
so-
2 tickets for you.
So
And a
she's-
girl, I'll see you
she's
tomorrow
our
night.
winner. So you'll see her tomorrow night. Okay. it's
Make sure I know who you are. Stand up
Steve,
and let me know.
Steve Schirripa, Michael Imperioli, the whole gang, tomorrow night, the St. George Theater on Staten Island, 8 p.m. And don't forget the great book, Woke Up This Morning. Steve, thanks a lot.
Always good to see you guys.
I
Thank
see
you,
a future
Steve.
for you as a political commentator when Blue Bloods ends
Okay.
its run. Okay, it's time for the news, and here's Shelley.
New York's classic rock. Q1043.